Been no other nation on earth whose sacrifice has been greater than ours. Nowhere in the pages of history has there been a country before ours that has paid a higher price for the freedom of others. Today we had our annual Memorial Day ceremony, which is May 30th. We do it on May 30th every year, which is the actual Memorial Day. It is not the observed Memorial Day. Well, the VFW allows each post to actually decide what day they want to do it on. This post, since its inception, has always made it May 30th, right? So by a vote of the members back in the 1970s, they voted to always have our ceremony on May 30th. So as we stand together today, we are reminded of the true cost of freedom. And while we as a nation mourn the lives lost, we celebrate the lives lived and are forever grateful. Above all, in an attempt to pay back our debt as American citizens, we must not only remember the fallen, but it is our responsibility to teach our youth that nothing comes without cost. In the county, as long as the wind is blowing more than 10 miles an hour, which you could tell that during the ceremony it really was, we are not allowed to actually have the flag retirement itself. We can have the ceremony, but we can't light a fire because we don't want to put all this brush that's sitting out here with all the embers and everything blowing around and setting the town on fire. So we abide by the fire department and the Nye County's rules. And the wind is starting to pick up again, and we'll just have to figure out a day when it's not going to be windy. We already had the ceremony, and as soon as we figure out what day, we're going to invite the public to come out when we start to actually help us retire the flags, just like we normally do when it's not so windy. Of this country making their defiant statement in 1776 with the Declaration of Independence. George Washington was among the first to interpret its symbols, stating, "We take the stars from heaven, the red from our mother country, separating it by white stripes, thus showing that we have separated from her, and the white stripes shall go down to prosperity, representing our liberty. I walk in silence with each of your honored dead to their final resting place beneath the silent white crosses, row upon row. I have flown through peace and war, strife and prosperity, and amidst it all, I have been respected. My red stripe symbolizes the blood spilled in defense of this glorious nation. My white stripes signify the burning tears shed by Americans who lost their sons and their daughters. My blue field is indicative of God's heaven under which I fly. My stars, clustered together, unify 50 states as one for God and country. Old Glory is my nickname, and proudly I wave on high. Honor me, respect me, defend me with your lives and your fortunes. Never let my enemies tear me down from my lofty position, lest I never return.